Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We're going to be taking a look at Moonriver in this video. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Taking a look at Moonriver, right now we are in a small symmetrical triangle with a potential breakout here to the upside being the more likely scenario in my opinion, just because we've already suffered a massive correction here of around 78% from the peak in November 2024, and Ethereum has been recovering as of recently. So altcoins should be moving up after Ethereum, and we're expecting an alt season in Q4, at least I am, and Moonriver is consolidating around bottom prices, so we're still higher than our bear market bottom from October 2023, which is a positive thing. A negative thing that I can see is the fact that we cannot solidify above the 20 EMA on the weekly. So the yellow line over here, that is the 20 EMA, and we can't break above it and start holding it as support, because that is essentially the basis of your uptrend. You want to be holding the 20 EMA and you want to keep bouncing off of it, and then eventually you have a move of these magnitudes. For Moonriver, it does like to pump out of nowhere, and I would argue the next big pump that we see for Moonriver, whether it's to $25 or whether it's to $30 to $33 to $38 or to $45 or even to $60+, that would be the last pump for Moonriver. This is just me going based off of my instinct, right? There's nothing really based on data that can suggest this. However, we've seen that once we have a massive pump, then we go into a pretty significant decline. So from the December 2023 pump that we saw there, we're down at the moment 85%. Okay, so I did not take profits there, unfortunately, because I wasn't under the impression that we were going to have a massive correction after that, because we were entering 2024, which was supposed to be a good year for crypto. At least the second half should have been. But as you all saw, this cycle is slightly different, as they say, and things haven't performed as well as we thought they would. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be waiting for that one last big pump, and obviously you won't know where the top is, but generally speaking, if you're up 5 to 10x on your investment, that's a pretty good area to start to start loading off some of those bags, because my average, I believe, is around $5 to $6. So even if we got to like 50 to 60 bucks, that's around a 10x for me, and I would be all good with that. So that's going to be it for this video. Not a lot to cover here. The RSI is just doing nothing. The volume is doing nothing. So we want to see more volume. We want to see some bullish news for Ethereum. But I think the reason this thing doesn't look so good is because the Polkadot ecosystem has been lacking recently, and it's dragging Moonriver's price action. So we're gonna hope for that one last mega spike to the upside. Otherwise, we'll just take profits whenever the markets seem to be heating up, and whenever we think the cycle top is going to be in. Of course, I'll be sharing all of that on Patreon. The link is down below in the description. You can get 7 days of free access if you want to check that out. And that's going to be it. Let me know, what are your thoughts on Moonriver? What are your thoughts on the Polkadot ecosystem in general? Thank you all for watching. Quick little update, not going to take too much of your time. Stay safe and goodbye.